Yeah. Okay. Are you getting my voice? Hello? Are you getting my voice? Right. Deleting a record from EMP table by using Gridio, that is a task. Yesterday I have given design, then after that I have given the source code also. Then after that I was asking you people to write source code for 3 examples. Completed?
Completed, sir.
Three example. One is for student table, one is for customer, and this one. 3 completed, right? Yeah. For this requirement, we have how many tasks to achieve this requirement? 2 tasks. First task is what? Binding the
Data
binding
to
the
the
EMP
video.
table to the grid view control. First task is binding the EMP table to the grid view control. That code where we have to write.
Page load.
That code we can write within a user defined function. That user defined function we can call under which event?
Page load.
Page load. Your EMP table has 3 records, I think. Let's write that code. Task 1. Right. What is this? First we have to
Internal.
import the data provider using system.data.sql client. And here total number of tasks are 2. Here total number of tasks are 2. Task 1 is binding the EMP table to the grid view. That we have to write within a user defined function. Task 1 we have to write within a user defined function. What is that? Bind EMP, and this method we have to call under which event?
Page load event.
Under page load. If
Load is
not is post back bind
bind
EMP.
EMP.
Bind EMP. Next to second task is what? Whenever you click the delete button, delete the record. Task 2 code where we have to write.
On the button click event of the delete.
Task 2 code where we have to write.
Or
Task 2 is what? Let's say there are 3 records in your EMP table. Whenever you click any delete button, third record, second delete button, second record has to delete. That code where we have to write.
Under row delete.
Yeah, here we have to find the event which will fire when user will click the delete button. When user will click the delete button, which event will fire? Row deleting event will fire.
Right.
Go to the grid view. Events, row deleting event. We have to write the code under row deleting. Here we have to write the task 2 code. Task 1 code is what? What is SQL command for task 1? What
Select
is
the star
from EMP? So that you can write with the help of connected oriented or disconnected oriented. Task 1.
Connected oriented.
Task 1. You can do both. Let's go with the data adapter and the data set. Means that is called a disconnected
Architecture.
oriented. Now task 2 is what code? Respond through chat.
Delete.
Sitting idle all of you people. What is the use of attending this training? Task 2 code deleting. What is a SQL command? Delete EMP
from EMP where EMP number equal to
Respond through
At the rate-
chat for my questions. Task 2 is delete code. What is a SQL command for task 2?
delete some EMP.
What is a SQL command for task 2?
Delete from EMP where EMP equal to at the
In
rate
chat,
EMP
one
N1.
girl is responding. Her name is Rivedha. In voice, one girl is responding. She is Kalyani. Remaining people are 17, 18 people are sitting idle. Task 2 code is, what is a SQL command for task 2? Dushyant, tell me what is a SQL command for task 2?
Delete from EMP where EMP number is equal to at the rate en1.com.
Now Girish, you tell me, task 2 code, which architecture is better?
Disconnected oriented architecture.
Task 2, deleting na. Deleting means you can use execute non-query.
Non-query.
Means
Yeah.
connected oriented. Okay, here we will use task 1 is disconnected, task 2 is connected. So data provider and system.data is required or not required? Required or not required? System.data required or not required?
Required.
System.data is
Required.
task 1 or task 2?
Task 1.
System.data is required for task 1 or task 2? Jagadish. System.data is required for task 1 or task 2? Where you are using data set? In task 1 or task 2?
In task 1.
All of you.
Task 1.
Here it is a delete, execute non-query. Here it is a getting. Getting means select star from EMP. So select star from EMP means data set is required in task 1 or task 2 na?
Task 1.
No. Madhuri, tell me. Hello?
Task 1, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Task 1 or task 2 now?
Task 1.
Task 1. Now Neelim, Sammy can tell me task 1, task 2. Where you require data set?
Data set in task 1, sir, because
In
it's
task 2,
connected
do you
oriented
require
architecture.
data set or not?
No, sir, not required. It's
No.
connected oriented architecture, not required.
Right, not required. So that's the reason for one task required, that's why system.data is imported. Now connection string, connection object required where?
In task 2.
In in both, sir. Connection
In
string,
both.
connection.
మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ చంపేయాలనిపిస్తుంది నాకు. రైట్, కమాన్ రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వండి. క్లాస్ ఇలా చెప్పండి. నేను ఐఎమ్ కాంట్ గివ్ ద క్లాస్ లైక్ దిస్. యువర్ రెస్పాన్స్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గెటింగ్ చాట్ రెస్పాన్స్. ఐఎమ్ టార్గెటింగ్ one person. That person has to give the voice response. Remaining people has to give the chat response for my every question. Otherwise, right click dismiss from the class. Now onwards, count started. Come on. Okay, question is coming. One person has to respond through voice. Remaining people has to respond through chat. 24 people are there in the class. Me is 1. 23 students. 1 student voice response. 22 students has to respond through chat. Come on. Connection string is required in which task? Is the question 2. Question 2. Prashanti. Connection string is required in task 1 or task 2 now. Prashanti. Connection string is required in task 1 or task 2 now.
In both.
Remaining people has to give the response through chat na.
In both.
That response should come from all the people through chat. Not coming response from anybody. Come on. Both. Required in both. Connection string. Connection object. Connection object required. Connection object required. Where? Both are required, both are only one task. Connection object required. Pandu, not response from you. Prithvi, no response from you. Sitting idle in the class. What is the use? I will see 2 more minutes. Next minute right click to remove from the list. Right, come on. Connection string, connection object both required in both tasks. That's why we are declaring in Samicon. Tell me, we have to declare in
first itself we have to declare, sir, class level, sir.
Class level. SQL connection CONN. Write the code in your chart, all of you. What code I have to write? You write in chart, all of you. Prashanti, no response. Teja, no response. Sravanti, no response. Soumya, no response. Snehal, no response. Vasundhara, no response. What you people are sitting, and you are sitting in idle in class. What is the use? Come on. New Samikan, tell me the code. SQL connection.
Connection string.
Yeah, tell me, what is the connection string? Server equal to
Goes to
database
equal to
my database.
my database.
Database
User ID
equal
equal
to my database. UID equal to SA. Password equal to ABC.
Password.
ABC.
And count.
Okay. Now, command object is required in how many places? Soumya. Command object is required in one place or two places? Soumya? Both. So, here can I create command object also in class level?
Yes.
Tell me the code.
SQL command CMD. Then you have to, that is it, you have to go there because commands are different.
That's why LHS should be, reference variable should be in class level. Right side object should be in method level. Method level. Now, any more objects required in class level like SQL data adapter, data set?
No.
Why? Because data adapter, data set you are going to use in only one task. What is the task? Task 1 or task 2 now?
Task 1.
Task 1. Okay, wait for some time, all of you. Tell me, Arun, Bhaskar, I didn't get your notes, man. Your tasks, I didn't see your tasks. Yesterday I have given 3 tasks for you people. Tell me who are completed. Yesterday 3 tasks I have given. Who are completed from the beginning? Arun, respond through chat. Bhaskar, completed,
No, sir, I tried.
You came yesterday class or not?
Yesterday I came, sir.
Then what is there to try? I have explained total 1 hour that only, right? Chari, where is your homework? Chari, Dushyant, where is your homework? Dushyant, Girish, where is your homework?
Sir, I didn't write on paper. I wrote on the on this program.
Then you copy paste into notepad and send to me.
Oh, okay, I will send to you, sir.
Jagadish, what about you? Jagadish, Kalyani,
Finished.
Madhuri, 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 Manasa, Nilima, Nivedita, Pandu, Pandu. ఆఫీసులో ఉన్న రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వచ్చు చాట్ లో. కమాన్ పాండు, ప్రశాంతి, పృథ్వీ, సమీ ఖాన్,
Sir.
శిల్ప,
Yeah, completed, sir.
శివాలి, వసుంధర, శివకుమార్,
Answer.
సౌమ్య, స్నేహల్, శ్రవంతి, తేజ. Console.WriteLine, welcome to C# program. Everybody will write homeworks that time, but now homeworks who are doing accurate, they will get the result. Okay, fine guys. Very right. Okay, fine. Now we have to write the code here. Come on. మీరు చెప్పండి సార్, మేము అదేనా ఇప్పటికి వస్తుంది రిజల్ట్. రైట్, సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ EMP CONN. Now come on. Next to it's returning, right? Data set, data adapter or data set DS equal to new data set. SQL data adapter DA equal to new SQL data adapter of CMD. This is known code only. Right. Next to DA dot fill of DS comma EMP new. EMP new. Right.
DS dot
EMP dot data source equal to DS dot tables of EMP new. Get EMP dot data bind. Get EMP dot data bind. Get EMP dot data bind. This is the code. We have to write calling under load event. Now you can see compilation and execution. Now you see. Right, so up to here we have written. Now we have to write the task 2 code. Task 2 code is what? You want to delete a record. When you want to delete a record, we'll click which button?
Delete.
Delete button.
Delete button. Okay guys, delete button means what exactly? Suppose I will click a delete button like this. You observe. I'll click a delete button here. One second, all of you. So this task understanding is very, very important. Guys, I will click a delete button of this. Then what should happen?
It will delete the record from the.
Whenever you click delete button of Ravi, are you able to see my marking?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Immediately one event will fire. Which event will fire? Row deleting event will fire. Under that row deleting event, we have to write the delete code. You have written already delete code. What is the delete code? Delete SQL command. Delete EMP
from
EMP where EMPNO equal to @ENO. @ENO. Actually, to delete this Ravi record, you need this employee number. But this employee number is available in the grid view row. It is available in the grid view row. Employee number is available in the grid view row. In grid view row, okay, and that too within the grid view column. That too within the grid view row column label. What is the idea of this label, guys?
Label employee number.
LBL EMPNO. Remembered or not remembered?
Sir, LBL
EMPNO, I think. Check it, check your system, check your code, yesterday code. It's LBL EMPNO.
LBL EMPNO.
EMPNO. Now grid view ID is what? Grid EMP. Grid EMP ID, grid EMP. So today you will click on Ravi delete button. Tomorrow you will click on Sita delete button. But you don't know which delete button you will click. So to get this employee number from the grid view label, first we need to reach the row. Which row? Grid view row. Grid view row. You need to reach the grid view row. For that, what I am doing, I am creating a row variable, and pointing that row variable to the row where exactly user will click the delete button. Delete button. Where exactly I am creating a row variable. The row variable is pointing to the row where exactly user will click the delete button. Right now user is clicking the delete button on which row? Third row. So first of all we have to reach the third row. With this row variable is pointing to which row right now? Which row right now? Third row. Third row. Row variable is pointing to third row. Actually grid EMP is what? Object. Object of which class? Grid EMP is object of which class? Goinda. Grid EMP is object of grid view class. Like that, grid view is a collection of rows and columns. And grid view is a collection of rows and columns. Rows, were remembered or not? Rows. How many rows are there right now? 3 rows.
3.
Every row will be representing with one index value. First row index value will be 0. Second row index value will be
1.
2. Like that. Actually, these rows also what you know? Objects. These rows also objects. This is one row object, second object, third object. But these grid view rows objects only, but objects of a class called grid view row. Remember this point. Grid view row. So this row object I want to point by this row variable. Okay, now this row variable type should be what? The row variable type should be grid view row.
Grid view row.
grid view row, and after reaching that row, you should go to the, in this row you want to reach this label. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
You want to reach this label object. What is the label object ID?
LBL
EMP. That label object you point by one label variable. That label variable name this time you give as LBLENO. LBLENO. LBL, what is that? ENO. Finally, here you have written 2 lines code. First line code is row variable is pointing to the row object. Second line is LBLENO label variable is pointing to the concern label object. Concern label object. Now in that label you have a text. The text value is 333. That 333 LBLENO dot text, that 333 you store into a local variable called ENO. Now ENO is containing a value called
333.
that 333 you assign to a parameter called ENO. That's it. These 3 lines code only new code. Remaining code will be same. These 3 lines code only new code. Remaining code will be same. All these 3 lines, all this code we have to write under which event?
Grid view row deleted.
Deleting event. First code is pointing the row object by row variable. Second, in that row variable, in that row we have to reach the label. Next, the label value taken to local variable. Okay, that we will see now. Now you see. Yeah, according to my explanation, now tell me, Shravanti, tell me, first what we want?
We need the row object.
Reach the row.
Row.
Where exactly user will click what?
Button.
Delete button.
Delete button.
Where exactly user will click delete button? Grid view row equal to grid emp dot rows of is a property. Rows of 0 means which row?
First row.
First.
Rows of 1 means which row?
Second row.
Rows of 2 means which row?
Third row.
We want which row right now?
Third row.
How can you say third row? We don't know which row. Depends upon the user click on button.
Selected.
User may click delete button of the first row, second row or third row. So here you need to get the index value of the row where exactly user will click the
Grid view.
where user will click the delete button. So that index value if you want to get in this class grid view delete event args class, in this grid view event delete event args class, they have given one property. That property name is row
index.
The property name is row index. What is the property name?
Row index.
Row index. The property name is row index. So what is this row index? Row index.
Will
How to access that row index property? E dot row index.
dot
E dot row index. E dot what is that? Row index. Here row index property is a member property of which class?
Grid view.
Event task.
Row index is a property, member property of which class? Grid view?
Grid view delete.
Event. Event tags. It is instance property or static property?
Instance.
Instance means we have to access with the help of?
Object.
Here object is what?
E.
E. Object is what? E. So E dot row index. Finally, row index property will return the row where exactly user will click the delete button.
Grid delete.
It will return this property will return the index value of the row where exactly user will click the
Delete button.
delete button. Again, this property will return index value of the row where exactly user will click the delete button. Okay, right. Now tell me, Girish, row index property will return what?
The index of the row where the user will click the delete button.
According to our old diagram, we are clicking delete button on which row?
Third row.
Third row. Then E dot row index will return what?
2.
2. Grid emp dot rows of 2. Then it will return the third row object. Third row object. That third row object is pointing by a reference variable called
Row.
row. Why grid view row class, sir? Because this rows object will return row object. That row object, this row property, rows property type is grid view row. Grid view row collection. So this grid view row collection object can hold by grid view row variable because of some inheritance relation. That is the reason. So next to, now you reached which row?
Third row.
Third row. Let's assume third row. Then in third row you need to reach the label column. Label is in which column? First column or second column or third column?
First column.
First column.
Sorry, first
That
column.
you need to write label LBL ENO variable equal to row dot find control of row. Row is what? Here row is what? Variable. That variable is pointing which row right now?
What row?
Third row.
Third row.
In that third row, if you want to find a control called label, there is a method. The method name is
Find control.
find control of ID of the control. What is the ID of the control in that row? In
LBL.
according to our design, whether you remembered or not remembered, in grid view first column we have given a label. That label ID is what?
LBL EMPNO.
LBL EMPNO. LBL, what is that? EMPNO. Now that label ID I am copying and paste into here. Now find control method will do what? Find control method will do what? Come on guys.
It will find
Control.
have the same name.
What is that? What is that?
It will find the control which is at the same label on that row.
Right, come on, tell me. What is that? Find control method will find a control within that row whose ID is,
LBL, EMPNO.
and it will return that label control object and return as a find control method. Return type is what? Control. So control type object data assigning into label variable. That's why we have to do typecasting.
Sir.
This typecasting is
LBL
not
dot-
possible with parsing and converting. So that's why we are going with a concept called boxing and unboxing. Remember the boxing unboxing syntax?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the two type here?
Label.
Label two type, two variable, two type and from
Two
value. From value is what? This control. Okay, in this line LBL ENO is pointing to third row first column object. Third row first column object. Right?
Yes, sir.
Third row first column object. Right. మీరు ఎంత బాగా నేర్చుకుంటే మీకు అంత మంచిది. ఇక నేను ఇంతకంటే ఏం చేయలేను. ఐఎమ్ పుట్టింగ్ మై 100% ఎఫర్ట్స్, బట్ యు ఆర్ నాట్, పీపుల్ ఆర్ నాట్ దట్ మచ్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్. ఏదో కానివ్వండి అన్నట్టుంది. చూస్తాండి. తర్వాత టార్చర్ ఉంటుంది కంపెనీలోకి వెళ్ళి పిల్లిలాగా ఉండొద్దు. when you are in company, you should not be like a cat, you should be like a tiger, lion. It will be possible only when you have good subject. You call to anybody who are in company, they will not having any confidence. When they are in company, they will not talk confidently, because people will spend that 8 hours like a torture. Why we have to enjoy our job when it is possible. When you have a good subject, you don't require to care anybody. If you have good subject, be like a tiger, line in your office, learn subject like that, then only go to the industry, wait for some time. Why you should have a hurry to go for a job without subject? Why you have to every day give salam to all the people in company? You don't require to care anybody in company if you have good subject. Be confident when you are in office. It will be possible only when you have good programming skills. Learn subject like that. Okay? Right. Try to enjoy your job. Right, come on. Don't try to don't look for survival. Now you reached label was. Now I want to store into local variable, into ENO. Most of our people I have observed, they want to manage the job. It's really it's a useless thing. They want to manage the job. Into ENO equal to where is the employee number label? LBL ENO dot text.
We need to typecast.
LBL ENO dot text into dot parse. Right. Into dot parse of LBL ENO dot text. Over. Whatever value you got, you received. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you do one thing. In these 3 lines, what is happening? You have to write on some handwritten now.
Okay.
I'm sending 3 lines put to you, all the people. For example, write this line and write. You write it like this. In this line, what is happening, you know. Like you write your user-friendly language. Write this line, and in this line, what is happening, you know. Next comment. In this line, like I want like this. Did you understand what I asked?
Yes, sir.
Whenever I am asking all these things, you will get laugh also. Sara, is it school? Yes, it is school only. In LKG, student syllabus is ABCD. For us, our syllabus is .NET. Both are subjects only, right? Come on. That's why 10th class 90%, intermediate 98, engineering 60% with backlogs. We don't know the terminology of backlogs when we are in intermediate. The terminology introduced to us at the time of our engineering. Come on. Now I'll ask you to on your webcam. You have to show the content, what you have written. Don't try to manage. Teja written, Teja, you're not responding nowadays properly. Seventy written,
Sir, I'm writing now.
You are so dull nowadays. Starting you are so active. Soumya written, Snehal. Snehal. All are girls only 2-3 boys. Right. Samicon.
Almost all done, sir. Give me a couple of minutes.
Prashanti, where are you? I didn't talk to you till the time.
Yes, sir.
Prashanti, doing job. Poonam written. Prashanti, you ping me in WhatsApp. I want to talk to you. I didn't see you till the time. I didn't talk to you. Now Prithvi completed doing. Pandu. Pandu. Nilima writing. Nilima writing. Manasa writing. Jagadish. Where is Janardhan? Kalyan. Kalyan, are you there or sleeping?
Writing, sir. Yes, sir. Writing, sir.
You're not responding. Aramba Shuratvam ekko manollaki. Starting lo egurtaru, tarvata calm ayi bandukuntaru. Come on, Dushyant writing. Chari, where are you? Are you there in class?
I'm writing.
Bhaskar.
Yes, sir.
Writing, sir.
Come on. Any of your cousins, sisters are there in India, Hyderabad, these places, send them to training. New batch is started here. You know, in new batches, what will happen? For every 10 students, one mentor will be there. Whenever I'll give this work, they will check their 10 students' work, like a school. Total 300 batch, 30 mentors will be there. 30 mentors will be acting like full monitoring every notebook, full stop, comma also. Send your brothers and sisters, junior people, will make .NET programmers.
Where were you, sir, all these years?
Sorry?
I'm just, I was looking for a good teacher, like where were you all these years?
I started online recently. Previously, I was giving only. I didn't get idea to start online. I got 2 years back idea and I was busy with schedules. That's the reason what happened. I was unable to start because wake up at early morning and starting the class, and again I have to go for 8 hours. I have to teach in
Kidding, sir,
10
because
hours.
I
10
was,
hours I'm teaching in Amirpet, so I sacrificed one batch for online and I started. But I don't know what response I'll get, but I got excellent response. This is second batch is going to finish, now third batch is going to start. Right. Okay guys, yeah, that's why I'm telling you, your BTech brothers, sisters, MCA, BCom, send them to classroom training. I'll take care about them. Give me my mail ID. The new batch is going to start. It will be around 300 to 500 students will be there in one batch. But I am not getting serious people. That is a problem. I don't know why. Even though Amirpet class or online class, both are same. Right. Over all of you, written all of you. These 3 lines, Babu, I'm putting this
Yes,
much
sir.
pressure means try to understand me. These 3 lines code is very, very important core for our all grid view customization examples. If you will understand these 3 lines, we will be relaxed in our customization coding. Customization is not one day work. It will take 1 week, boss. 4-5 days it will take at least. Most important concept. Come on, tell me. Written, understood, right. In this line, what is happening? Who can explain? In this line, what is happening? Who can explain?
I can try, sir.
Yeah, try. What is happening in this line? Did you understand which line I'm asking you, first of all?
Yes, sir. Grid view row, creating the row object.
Yeah, I'm talking about this line. Okay, tell me.
So first we have to reach the row. So for that we are creating a row object, grid view row object, which is pointing to a row which we want to delete, and that is referred with the row index.
Very simple.
So after
Here control will execute first RHS. In RHS what will happen? Grid EMP means grid view dot rows. Okay, all the rows. In that rows you need a row where exactly user clicking the delete button. That row index you are getting with the help of a property called
row index.
row index. Row index property will return the row where exactly user will click which button? Delete button.
Delete.
Here user click delete button of the which row?
Third row.
Third row index will be returning by a property called
Row index.
why you are acting with the help of E? Because this property is a member of which class?
Grid view delete event args.
Grid view delete event args class. That class member, if you want access, you have to access with the help of object. The object is what here? E. That's why finally it will return which row index value is what? 2. Because you let us assume you are clicking the delete button in the third row. Third row index is what? 2. 2. Rows of 2 means third row object will return. That will be pointing by a variable called row.
Grid
Row. Grid view row. Next to in that row, find control is what? Method. Find control is what? Method. That method will find the control in the third row whose object is, whose reference variable is LBL EMP invo. That third row, first column is having a label object, because here when you created label, when you are written label code in the first column, it will create the label object in every row. If there are 3 rows, how many label objects will create?
3.
3. And if you have 100 rows, how many label objects will create?
100.
100. So in that third row label object is returning, that label object is pointing by a variable called
LBL.
ENO. Then immediately we'll get a doubt why we are typecasting, sir. Then very simple, find control method return type is
Control.
see control. Control is control. The control type object is returning label object, but type is as control. That you have to assign to label variable. That's why you are typecasting to which type? Label type.
Label type.
That LBL ENVO is pointing to label object. Label object of which row?
Third row.
Third row. That label object dot label object dot what is the property? Text. Text. What is that value? 333. That 333 we are storing into local variable called ENO. Are you clear? ENO. Now come on. Now remaining code will be same. Remaining code will be same.
CMD.
Remaining code will be same. Remaining code is what? Come on.
Delete command.
Delete code. Every day you are writing na same code. Delete code only. Tell me the delete code, guys. Tell me.
CMD.
SQL command CMD equal to new
We
SQL
already created
command delete EMP
delete
where
EMP
EMP same code
number.
where EMP
We don't need the SQL command.
SQL command. Sir.
LHS is not required.
We
Already
already
reference variable we created now. SQL command is not required because already CMD is there. Where EMPNO equal to @ENO CONN. Next. Come on.
Command dot add dot command
How many
parameters add
parameters
with
for
value.
CMD dot
If you have only
parameters
one
dot
one,
add with value @ENO comma ENO dot open into I equal to CMD dot execute same query same story remaining dot close dot close if
I equal to
1
LBL message
1
Row deleted.
yeah
LBL message
LBL message dot text record is deleted. Record is deleted. Record is deleted. Else LBL message dot text equal to record is not deleted. Record is not deleted. Record is deleted. Record is not deleted. Record is deleted. Record is not deleted. Over.
Yes, sir.
Madam, next what?
Bind
to EMP. This mistake only you have done that day, Kalyani.
Yes, sir.
Same for that example. Your drop down list example. They told you this suggestion only. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Use the group for subject, man. All of you. Post your doubts. Discuss. That because of that, you also answer. You also try to answer for other people questions. That will improve your subject and confidence level especially. You don't have time, I think. You are all busy people. Select star from EMP. How many records are there in EMP table?
3 records.
3 records. EMP table is having 3 records. Rama, Sita, Ravi. Now I am going to execute the application and I am going to trace and I am going to explain to you. Get ready, all of you people, observe. When the page is loading, load event is firing. It is calling a method called
bind EMP.
Bind EMP method is binding the EMP table to EMP method is binding the EMP table to
Read EMP.
Tell me, bind EMP table will binding EMP table to the grid view control. Grid view control. Okay, but EMP table has how many records at present? 3 records. 3 records are binding to the grid view. Okay, right, over. I am going to delete Ravi. I am going to delete Ravi. Tell me, guys. Ravi. Ravi record. Where I am going to click a button called delete. Whose delete I am clicking?
Third row.
Third. Which event will fire?
Row
Deleted.
deleting.
Or deleted.
Row deleting will fire. Then grid emp dot rows of e dot row index. E dot row index is what?
2.
2. Finally, grid emp dot rows of 2. Which row? Third row.
Third.
Third row.
Third row.
The third row is pointing by a variable called
Row.
row. Huh? Okay. Means what exactly? Means you know. Means what exactly? Means exactly. One row variable will create. That row variable is pointing to third row like this. Understood this line, all of you?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Next to what is happening? Row means row is pointing which row? Third row.
Third row.
Find control is what? Method.
It's a method.
Method.
Not a
Whose in this row is pointing third row. In third row, find control is method is finding for label. What is idea of the label?
LBL EMP.
LBL EMP and O. Means find control method will find for a control within this row with the help of ID called
EMP, LBL EMP and O.
LBL EMP and O. Find control method will find the label in that first row whose ID is LBL EMP and O. Now you can see. In this row it will find the label. Actually here you have a label. What is that label ID? LBL EMP and O. That label ID, that label object is pointing by a label variable LHS. What is that label variable? Your code LBL ENO. LBL EMP and O object will be returning. That object is pointing by your local variable called LBL.
ENO.
That if you want to access that 333, you can access with the help of LBL ENO. Now that LBL ENO dot text is 333 assigning into a local variable called ENO. That ENO2 @ENO parameter. Now execute non-query. Execute non-query will execute delete EMP where EMP NO equal to delete EMP where EMP NO equal to come on. Where EMP NO equal to what? Where EMP NO equal to 333. So the concerned record is going to delete from the
View.
concerned record has to delete from the database, not grid view, database. Yes or no? Right, and it will return what?
Yes, sir.
It will return what? 1.
It is 1 or
My
2.
question to you all the people right now 1. My question to all the people, by this line, database contain how many records after deletion?
2 records. 2 records.
I'm talking about this line. Every line tracing is important. By this line, database has how many records? Actually 3 records. But because of execute non-query, it will delete which record? Third record. But grid view contain how many records? 3 records. 111, 222, 333, 3 are there. Because not again has to bind. Conduct close. Connection will close. Now 1 equal to 1 record is deleted, else part will be skipping. Else part will be skipping. So that is the reason again we are calling a method called bind EMP. Bind EMP method is going to do what? Binding
Again,
the
binding
the
the
latest data to Gridio. Latest data to Gridio. Then that is the reason Gridio will have how many records if you click the delete button? 2 records. Now record is deleted. Now record is deleted. I think lagging is there. Wait for 1 second. Screen lagging. Record is deleted. Observed.
Yes, sir.
This is the task for first task has taken 2 days time. Because once you are perfect in this area, I'm sure later examples you will write your own. That is my actual plan. Okay, that's why I'm putting lot of pressure on you in all the angles. I'm scolding you, I'm shouting you. All my efforts is to make you to write remaining programs, because so many different tasks I'll give you. You remembered in your email checkbox example is there in your mail inbox and in your messages mobile. Whenever messages are full, we will delete only selected messages, will not delete selected checkbox. Remembered, in your mobile messages. That example also we can implement here now. Right. So you do one thing. Now I am giving some task for you to make perfect on delete. Can you do homeworks?
Yes, sir.
Right. First task is deleting a record from student table by using Gridio. Table already you know, SID, SNAME. Homework 2. Deleting a record from...
Sir, we can't see the screen.
Oh, is it? 1 minute, madam. 1 minute. What's happening? Lagging. Anyhow, I'm leaving you little early today also. I'm typing, I'll show you. Custom table by using Gridio. When I'm giving homework, so many people are leaving the class. I observed. Babu, homework is not for one student, homework is for all students. ఎక్కువ ఫోజులు కొట్టకుండా హోంవర్క్స్ వినండి, ఇవి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, రైట్. Deleting a record from customer table by using Gridio. Okay, right. Homework 3. Deleting a record from course table by using Gridio. Yeah. How you have to do all these homeworks, I'll tell you. Brother, 2-3 steps for every task. Step 1, do design. Step 2, can you guess step 2? Source code. Step 3, .cs code. .cs code, like that. How you have to do now? First, handwritten. Very powerful way I'll give you. If you will not follow, you are the result yours only. First handwritten on paper. Then do in system and send me both. All 3. Can you?
Yes, sir.
Send me both. Right. Okay. If you will do these tasks, I'm sure tomorrow I'm going to give you some complicated example in Gridio customization. There you will enjoy. Otherwise you will get the bore of the class. Okay, you will get bored like anything. Otherwise, if you will do all this, you have to spend very good amount of time for all this. That's why handwritten. Then what I said, system. Follow all these instructions. Result is yours. Thank you very much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye to all.
And 1 second, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
At the step 1 and the designing, I think we did the first task 1 and task 2 already yesterday. Do you want
No.
to
Do
create
one more
again,
time,
sir,
madam. Do one more
design?
time. Do one more time. Okay.
Okay.
It is to
Thank you, sir.
improve our, not to give to some client. These are all the things I am asking
No,
to
no, no.
improve your
I'm
hands-on.
just- I'm
No,
just
that's why
asking
do
the
one more
class.
time. Do one more time. If I am the student now, I didn't have this type of trainings that time. I was struggled 2 to 3 years to learn .NET. Okay, 2. Okay, right. Right. Thank you very
Thank
much, guys. Bye to all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.